you dry. Do you know I'm looking?
Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is Kristen, and today I'm be doing some trash to treasure DIYs. I also gave you guys a sneak peek over on Instagram a week or so ago about using some stencils with a little butane torch. I'm really excited to share some of those DIYs with you as well. The company BurnStencil sent them to me, and I've been having like the best time playing around with them. I'm gonna be using those in this DIY, and along with just some other fun, easy trash to treasure, makeover, thrift flips, thrift makeovers. So let's get going. This first little thrift makeover is with this ladder. It is wood and it was $4.09, and I love the way this looked regardless if it had the heart or not. I was going to try to get that off, but then I thought that honestly, like whatever was underneath, either it was going to be a ton of glue or it's going to rip some of the wood apart. I just decided to leave it and just paint it all one color. So I'm going in with a Rust-Oleum chalk paint in white. I know people have asked what is the difference between this and the Waverly. I don't think a lot, besides I don't think it is as thick as Waverly chalk paint. I have no issues with either of them. I've also used the Kills chalk paint. I just think this is a little bit cheaper, and this is honestly what I had on hand, so that is why I'm using it.
And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up, and we just sing.
And now I'm going in with the Waverly chalk paint in Elephant, and I am just dry brushing. Dry brushing is so easy. I did get some on my carpet, I will not lie there. But it's so easy, yet it could be so hard at the same time. There was a couple areas I did mess up on. I decided just to leave them just because you really couldn't see the spots that I did mess up in the end. Some of them were underneath, so I really didn't worry too much about it, but just make sure you don't have a ton of paint on your brush. Always check it out. I used my Silhouette Studio and purchased these a little while back. I've used these in some, and I'm just putting these on each side of the heart just to make it look a little more updated. I'm not sure if I love the way these look, just because the cow and the chicken are both like different sizes. They're about the same size, but just the way they look are different. Like obviously one's longer than the other because one's a cow and one's a chicken, and that's just how it works. But anyways, I just use those. I love anything farm animals. If you are new to my channel and didn't know that, I love using my Silhouette or my Cricut, whichever one, and I don't really have a love-hate relationship with either of them. They both have some really great qualities, but that could be like for another video. But this is what it looks like when it is all done, and I absolutely love the way this turned out.
And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would?
This next DIY, this was only $1. So I was so excited to find this because what was underneath it was something that would be like 10 or 12 bucks from Walmart. So I had to sand all this paint down, and it doesn't seem like it would be a lot of work. This probably took 20 to 30 minutes to fully get all the paint off. I don't know why it took so long, but I had the sander on a high setting, high grit paint. It was just, I tried anything, but finally I got it. This is what it looks like. I'm using these metal stencils that BurnStencil sent me. I am loving this new hobby. It is insane how much fun this is. You use a little butane torch. This is what it looks like, and you can purchase this off the BurnStencil site, or you can purchase it from like Harbor Freight or any like local store. I think they're only like $19.99. I think it's worth it. I think this is so fun. I am definitely still learning how to do this. I did mess up on some of these letters, but for practicing a few times, I feel like I will never get this 100% right. I don't know why, but I think that all the letters need to be filled in 100% when it really doesn't. But this is seriously very relaxing for me, I guess. Like, I definitely do it outside because I am using a gas torch technically, but I love this. It's so fun, and if you guys have never tried this before, I definitely recommend it. And also, if you guys want to check out where I got all this stuff from, I'll leave the BurnStencil website and link in the description box below. But I think you'll absolutely love it. So I thought I messed up on the E right here, so I go back and do it, and then I messed up even more. Sometimes you just can't win.
'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever?
These farm animals are definitely right up my alley. Scarlett told me, my oldest daughter told me to use the chicken and the pig and not the cow because I've been practicing with the cow constantly. And I'm using a screwdriver because it kind of holds the metal down just to make sure you get a really good looking stencil in the end. And some does light on fire a tiny bit. I thought that was super cool, so I didn't have any issues with this at all. And definitely don't just pick up the stencil because you are using fire on metal. I guess that's the best tips I can give you. But I also have a burning tool. Why can I not think of what it is? Yeah, I want to say a burning tool. And I haven't used that much, but now I really want to get that back out and do some creative things with that. If you guys are interested in any of this burn type stuff, just for like a video on its own, let me know in the comments below.
Forever, forever, forever.
So once everything was done here, I'm going in with the Rust-Oleum chalk paint in white and a little bit of water, mix it together because I wanted a white and I wanted like a gray sort of stain. So here I am kind of testing everything out because I didn't know what it was going to look like if I put it over the burnt words and chicken and pig. So I kind of wipe it away. I kind of go over the welcome just a little bit, as you will see in a second, just to make sure I wasn't going to mess this up entirely because you technically have one shot. So definitely did not want to mess up my one shot. For like my tiny little test slabs, I just went all in with this white, and then I was like, you know what, this is kind of missing something. The letters were kind of rubbing off, which is weird. Maybe I should have like wet them down. I don't know. I don't know if anyone's ever done this technique, but I just really wanted to test it out and try it because I don't love just like the plain wood and the burnt color. So I wanted it to look more of my farmhouse type style. So here's my paint I had. It's like water, Rust-Oleum, white chalk paint, and then I wanted to do a little bit of this Waverly chalk paint in the elephant, mix it together and made a really light gray. And then I just went back over to distress it just a little bit more. Not really distress, but I guess it's a stain type feel that I was going for, not really a distressed look. But I just love the lighter colors of this. I think it is perfect. My mom actually came over and saw this, and she didn't even realize that I was using a torch to make this, which was pretty cool because it does just kind of look like stencils, but way more fun. I have this greenery left over. This is the boxwood from Walmart. And I always just have little pieces. I do wreaths and I tear them apart because I would have 300 wreaths by now from having this channel. So I'm just using that, and I'm just going to make a little, I don't know what we want to call it, a top, a centerpiece, something for this sign just to give it a little bit more color. And then I also had some flowers, or this like fabric-y flower from Dollar Tree, and decided to add that to the center.
I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling.
And I decided to actually leave this on my front door, and I love it. I love the different looks, and I love like the gray poking out on the sides. This is one of my favorite things I have made, and I say that quite often in some videos, but I feel like I always have a new favorite. This has to be it right now.
Just loving.
So this next DIY is with this Pallet Wood. I've been showing some sneak peeks on Instagram, so if you don't follow me on there, and I don't know why everything was so wiggly, and I think I'm going to cut this out really quickly. I think it's because we had a giant air compressor next to the camera and everything was shaking from it being turned on, so I won't give you guys too much of that. And I just used a nail gun, and I wanted to just make a little box, nothing huge, just a tiny little box with this pallet wood. This was free from, we had landscaping block on it, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to sand the blue off, which took 3 days. That's why the insides are not done, because I was going to make a sign. That I changed my mind. Decided to go back in with these metal stencils from BurnStencil, and like I said, this is just so fun.
This moment, can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I'm loving this moment.
And once this was done, this is what it looks like. I did the cows and I did the pigs on each side, and I did not want the blue in there, of course. So I just had the same paint. I did obviously painted this in the same day, and I just went in with the gray and just brushed it off with a paper towel. You can obviously use like a what is it? One of those rags that don't get all the extra fluff and towel mess on it. I don't know. Anyways, this is what it looks like when it's done. I love it. Same painting technique, so I didn't want to go through that and show you. And then this is the newer boxwood from Walmart, and I love the color of this, and I love the way it looks.
Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here?
This next DIY is 150% unfinished. I got this for $1 at a garage sale, and I was like, I need this. I don't even know what for. I have the black spray paint from Walmart, and I was like, I'm just going to spray paint the bottom. This is what it looks like when it's done. And this is all I have right now, because I've been trying to put the flowers in and I did not like it, and I was just really undecisive. I'd put like greenery in it and not like it, twine, not like it. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on this one. Alright you guys, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you are new to my channel, I would love if you consider sticking around and subscribing. Also, I will leave links in the description box below along with a coupon code for BurnStencil, so make sure you go and check them out.